Hi everyone, this is Crash Me Twice, and today I have an update for my SimRig to share with you. I've made a platform for my new RTX 4090 to mount above the motherboard components. Let's get to it. So I decided to mount the GPU on top of the SimRig, make it top mounted instead of sitting it in a slot. So I'm making a bracket here, which is adjustable, using just a flat piece of steel. So I've sanded it down and squared that edge up a little bit right here. Now we got marked for 2 slots, and that's what we're going to mill in right now. It is a carbide bit, so it should chew through this stuff fairly quickly. I'm just using air to cool the bit down so it doesn't get too hot, because steel is getting very quickly hot. So, and here we go. We have our slots in here, all nicely machined in. Now we're gonna just run over with the sander and deburr the in and outside there. Well, back from the garage here, I made the basic frame structure which goes on top of the SimRig, and I'm drilling holes. I already drilled those holes out. These are for mounting holes, and they're adjustable so that I can move them along. You will see that later. And right now we're just going to drill the holes for that movable bracket we just made. So one done, one to go. And then we're going to drill them out on the drill press and thread it M5. Here you go. That's going to be the GPU bottom part. I'm going to show you the rest later. Let's go over to the drill press. I mounted a 4.2mm drill bit in here because we're using M5 screws and M5 thread by 0.8 pitch. Requires a 4.2mm drill bit. Let's get this puppy drilled. Very good. And now we're going to go back to the vise and get our tap, our brush, brass brush, tapping fluid, and now we should be golden. You gotta be very careful because that's steel and it has been welded, so it probably hardened a little bit. Very thin, it's just an 1/8 inch, so tapping is not too hard. I always clean up the bottom of the tap before I take them out so I don't drag our cut off stuff through the hole. Just to get the edge off. And here we are. 1 threaded hole, 2 thread hole. Alrighty, and this is kind of how this works. So we can now adjust this bracket to this side or to this side, depending how we have to clear the memory cards, or if you get a longer cable, PCI Express cable, then we may have to adjust it because we have too much slack. Right, this part here I cut out from an old PC I had in the basement laying around. It's almost a a retro version, because this stuff is, they don't make this anymore like this. I wouldn't. Where's my caliper? This is 1.4 almost 1.4 millimeter thick. They don't make stuff like this anymore. Today you get 0.8. So anyway, so I cut this out, and this will go onto this bracket. They're gonna weld this on here. Alright, back at the vise here. And what I did here is I welded it all up. I made 2 slots for mounting it. And I'm tapping right now, I'm tapping the holes for which we're going to have a GPU support bracket, which can be either mounted here or here, depending on the card. So I can adjust it a little bit. If the card is a little shorter, it's still going to lay on it, and if it's longer, I have the position here. Okay, and here we are. All the parts laid out here. The bottom bracket, the front GPU support bracket for the ports, this bracket here to support the back plate from the GPU against it. It will go up here, actually up here. And the rail, I've made that rail so I can replace the existing one for the memory cards to fit, and for this one to slot in. So how this works is like, this will go like that. This will go like this. And then we have this support bracket on top. So the whole system looks like this. This is how it goes, and then we just have to manually plug it in, like so, and the card would be installed. After all the plumbing was completed, I have made special cables for the card using the NVIDIA 12-volt high-power connector, which I have spliced into 2 sets of DINS connectors. The DINS and 4 8-gauge cables will carry the load, which is supplied from a 1600 watt server power supply, and it's located in the bottom shelf of the SimRig. It's a pretty short run, and these will be more than enough to carry the current, but I wanted to have some safety margin just in case. Here you can see that everything worked out just as I wanted it to be. The system is running, and the card stays cool and runs extremely well, and it sits around 50 Celsius in DCS. Benchmarks are in the works, and as soon as I've completed them, will be on my website for those of you who are interested in them. Make sure to visit the crashmetwice.com website for updates, and if you find the time, send me a few pics of your SimPit. And don't forget to check out my Discord channel as well. I hope you all enjoyed this project and I earned a like from you. Crash Me Twice, out.